What's going on this week in Nerf?
Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adrianna, and I am sorry we didn't get to you last week. Things happen, but in the meantime, there have been so many community releases, as well as a ton of new blasters on shelves, so we gotta talk about it. A designer named Cake recently published several 3D printable upgrades for the Adventure Force Matrixfire. These include an N-Strike stock point, an extended battery tray, a muzzle delete, and most notably, a clip-on magwell. The magwell comes with a few different styles of mag release, as well as options for elastic or spring retention. Fully upgraded, this blaster is indeed a big strife, but it's got a brutality to it that you just don't get with the regular strife. The files are available for free on Cake's printables page. The link to that is in the description. Verified mad scientist Domachevsky has put out the latest and greatest wacky blaster in his collection, the Motortier, a rapid-fire flywheeler with shell ejecting action. While the shell ejection is certainly cool, the biggest draw for this blaster is mag size. Shells allow the Motortier to feed reliably from custom double-stack magazines. A standard order includes two 30-rounders, and while they are longer than Talons, the Motortier's bull-puppiness means that they should be tucked pretty comfortably out of the way. While Domachevsky hasn't published hard FPS or rate of fire numbers just yet, the blaster shoots about 20 to 30 meters with the included Merlin motors, and the fire rate is pretty fast. So if you're interested, check out Domachevsky's Etsy store, Genco Megaworks. The blaster is a bit expensive at $415, but it comes with two 30-round mags, 100 fly point shells, and storage for both. However, the blaster is made to order, not mass-produced, so check the link in the description for more info on availability. Northeast Designs asks, what if every blaster was a Manta? Well, that would be awesome, obviously. And we can look no further than the Manta Rail, a Picatinny rail riser that just oozes 90s swag and promises to mantify any blaster you can fit it on. The Manta wings are excellent for blocking darts, if your game rules allow that, storing extra mags, and even carrying your spare jolts. This is just too cool. Files are available for $15 from Northeast Designs, and hardware required is just 4 hex nuts and 6 screws. At one point, there was a Manta shell replacement in the works, so I hope that that's still on the drawing board because I would love to see more Mantas in the world, and my purple one wouldn't be quite so lonely. It's the beginning of June, which means blasters are already appearing early on shelves and in online listings, and there's a huge list of new things, so bear with me. Walmart is the home of the Adventure Force line, and their system finally has new blasters listed, at least for employees. Corvylith provided screenshots of several new and previously discussed blasters, all with UPCs listed, so you can check out the images in the description if you want to copy those down and keep them tracked. But let's get into what the blasters are. From Busby, we have a Blitz 6. It's a very chunky but simple pullback Springer pistol with 6 darts in the cylinder. We also have the Alpha Auto 72, a giant Tommy gun-like blaster that does, in fact, hold 72 darts. Who would have guessed? That blaster also got added to Busby's website, where it says the blaster is fully automatic. Awesome. Hopefully this is better than the old Tommy 20s that you see in every thrift store. They only shot like 15 feet. So if this one shoots decently, that seems like a great deal for $30. Dart Zone hasn't been left out though. We mentioned the Jurassic World blasters before, but now we have UPCs for the $30 pump action Pyroraptor, which looks awesome. We talked about this one a little bit in a previous episode when Drac and Brian from Dart Zone had a stream. There's also a $10 4-shot AF Blue pistol, which is probably named after the Velociraptor in the movies, which is also named Blue and has a similar blue marking down his side. Both of these should be appearing soon alongside the new movie. Lastly, there's the Tactical Strike Ranger from Adventure Force. It appears to operate like a triad, but with balls instead of darts and a rotating cylinder. We're not sure if the cylinder rotates on its own, but in the past, Dart Zone's smaller offerings like this had manually rotated cylinders. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. There's an entire new line of electric blasters hitting the shelves in Australia. The Dart Tech line has 3 blasters so far, all at Big W. We have the Equalizer with a 20-round drum. There's the Neo Blast with 2 magazines and a giant foregrip. And lastly, the Fusion, which has a bunch of extra attachments. The company also has a YouTube channel up showing off the blasters, and interestingly, there's what looks like a strife in the lower left corner of the videos, but we don't know anything about that blaster just yet. No word on whether we'll see these in the US, but this company did make the Ryan's World blasters, so it's possible. I'm not usually a fan of overdoing it on the greebling, but I actually really love the look of these, so I hope that I'll be able to find them myself. For Nerf, we have blasters already appearing early in stores. The Nerf Dino Squad Armor Strike, which looks like an Ankylosaurus, was reviewed by American Foam back in April. The Nerf Ultra Strike, which is like a flywheel ultra blaster, trying to look like a sniper rifle, I guess, has also been spotted in the wild, and thanks to Null and Void, we have pictures of both in the back of the store. These two can also be found online from a couple different retailers. Meanwhile, the Elite 2.0 series is still alive, with several Nerfers finding them on Target shelves and tearing them apart. The most notable one is the Moto Blitz, coming in at $42. Wacom S7 already posted a review of this one, showing the blaster is essentially a Raven with an air tank shotgun mounted up front. All you have to do is press the blast button on either side of the shell to fire all 6 darts. The big news is that it comes apart pretty easily without any clips or glue, and it uses actual springs everywhere. At least in this case, Hasbro didn't cheap out on the internals, which is a great sign. Also from Elite 2.0, BuffDaddy got his hands on a Ranger from Toys R Us Canada, which is a 5-shot pump-action Springer. It features a smart AR system, hits typical Elite 60 to 70 FPS performance, and has a stock point. We've seen a bunch of mods over the years where people added a pistol grip to their rough cut, so I think this will be pretty popular. The internals are also very simple, but BuffDaddy said the smart AR on his functioned properly, so hopefully this blaster won't be plagued by the same woes as the rough cut. There was a mix of screws and clips holding the shell together, but he said they were easy to pop open. I also think that the Elite 2.0 styling is starting to grow on me. I didn't expect that. A few other Nerf blasters still to mention. The Fortnite Compact SMG is on Amazon if you want to add a Cartoon P90 to the collection. There are reviews out, and you can expect a typical lackluster 60 to 70 FPS flywheel performance that Hasbro normally delivers. It only has the 8-dart internal clip though, so it's a bit low on capacity, and reloading an internal magazine every time you shoot 8 darts sounds not super fun. It's also incredibly short and not really a bullpup. What a strange blaster. Meanwhile, Nerf Taiwan posted an image of the Fortnite legendary TAC, a shotgun that holds 6 mega darts in a rotating drum. It's got a pump action priming mech and might as well not be there sized stock. The photos show a strange side attachment that we're not quite sure exactly what it is. In the game that'd be a flashlight, but I feel like that's a neat place to hold a throwable. We have no idea when that will reach shelves, but more mega is always a good thing. And that brings us to the mod of the week. And this time it goes to Ryan Prolks with the AMPR, a bullpup flywheel integration and weapons platform. Starting with the Demolisher, he added a long shot front end, stole the grip off a Recon Mark II, and cleverly used the body of the Recon as filler for the stock area. He capped off the stock with a butt plate off of a Super Soaker shot blast, and of course you can't start with a Demolisher and leave off the missile launcher, and then, for just added flair, stick a big shock with a quick disconnect on the side. The digital camo is surprisingly convincing for being hand-painted, and all the blasters really came together well in the end. I love seeing work-in-progress photos of integrations like this, and he really delivered on that. On the inside, it's running Krakens and Daybreaks with a solenoid pusher with the option for either semi or full auto. It's a pretty sweet build, and I always love to see integrations that combine multiple blasters into a work of art. Thanks for sharing. And that's the news I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, the links to everything that I talked about are down in the description. So if you want to track some of those new blasters, the UPCs are in the images there, so you can go to BrickSeek and put those in, and then know when the blasters are at Walmart, so you can pick them up and be happy. Everybody loves new blasters. I'm so excited for a lot of this stuff coming out. There's the like button and the subscribe button that you should hit for reasons, and I hope that everybody has a nice day. Goodbye.